More saving, more doing. Selection varies by store.
There's lots of wellness to be found. Turmeric fiber, look around. If you need a hearty fix, we've got some bars to do the trick. Plant-based protein for the gym and collagen for hair and skin. So go and head to CVS. There's lots of goodness to digest.
At CVS Pharmacy, we've got hundreds of healthcare offerings to help your family feel better inside and out. This week, 1-a-day vitamins and Tums are buy one, get one 50% off. Restrictions apply. See circular or cvs.com/weekly ad for details.
It's time to remodel the kitchen, to transform it into a stage designed to inspire imagination, experimentation, and play. Next generation creative tools from Decor.
care.
Yep, I brush every day twice.
But you're also being a little oral careless. See, brushing with an after-store method helps you go beyond brushing.
How'd you do that?
It actually strengthens your enamel.
Oh, that's good.
And it even protects your teeth from harmful acid.
That's really good.
So don't be oral careless. Use Restoring Mouthwash every day.
I'll be swishing all the time.
Good job, Annie.
There's a difference between do it yourself and do it for a living. At the Home Depot, we get that. And we're here to help pros get the job done with the products and brands you trust. Technology to keep your job on track. Job site delivery to save you time. And bulk pricing on over 4,000 items every day to save you money. When you've got a job, you're on the job. The Home Depot. More saving, doing.
There's lots of wellness to be found. Turmeric fiber, look around. If you need a hearty fix, we've got some bars to do the trick. Plant-based protein for the gym and collagen for hair and skin. So go and head to CVS. There's lots of goodness to digest.
At CVS Pharmacy, we've got hundreds of health care offerings to help your family feel better inside and out. This week, one-a-day vitamins and Tums are buy one, get one 50% off. Restrictions apply. See circular or cvs.com/weeklylive for details.
Hey, Spotify. Click and tap the banner to listen to Get Turned, Spotify's official hip-hop party playlist. Brought to you by fans of Stone Cold Brew. Let's get you going.
10% off Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard Fall Lawn Food and Fall Weeding Food at the Home Depot. Scott's feeds your lawn now to build strong, deep roots this winter and lush green grass next spring. Fall is the time to do it, and now is the time to save. With Labor Day savings on Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard Fall Lawn Food and Fall Weeding Food. 10% off now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Selection varies by store.
The UPS Store knows that small business owners can't afford to take days off. So, they'll be open too, Thursday, August 30th through Saturday, September 1st for all your small business needs. Visit your local UPS store or tap to find a location near you.
At Fidelity, we believe nothing should come between you and your money. So we're introducing zero account fees with zero minimums to open an account. All because we want you to invest with zero trade-offs. Visit fidelity.com/value to learn more. Zero account minimum, zero by the retail broker defense. Expenses charged by investment settings, funds and managed accounts, and commissions, interest charges, or other expenses for transactions may still apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE, SIPC.
What's up, guys? And build their own version of the Silvia. Nissan couldn't really build a Silvia now because it would be very similar to the FRS, so they followed up with the IDX concept, which was a throwback to the Datsun 510, but that also later got scrapped. The FRS was a great move because Toyota was able to collaborate with Subaru to gain an entry-level performance car. That collab also got Subaru a new Boxer engine, which has now been turbocharged and powers the WRX and various other
Star Yelp review. There are many ways in 2018 for somebody to get satisfaction that do not require that I have that license number in that specific corner of the receipt. They can get it from the store. It's everywhere. There's no need for a $1,000 fine for this, in my opinion. Now, but having that law there is a pure money grab from the city, because nobody is going to read that 900 pages if they're a small business owner. What they're going to do is they're going to pass these fines on to their customers, which is why everything in New York City is so fucking expensive, because we're constantly passing New York's expenses on to the customers. Or if you're a large business, you're just adding to the cost of the products by adding to the fact that they have a compliance department that literally does nothing other than read this crap, that sit there and read that 900-page book and make sure everything is being done according to it. I would not have a YouTube channel if I had to read that 900-page standards book that changes all the time for 3 different licenses. I would not be fixing boards if I had that. I would not be dealing with customers or doing anything. Because when you first start a small business, your first focus
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is huge, both literally and figuratively. There are few working actors more recognizable today, and his brand is solid gold. From TV shows to blockbuster films, clothing lines to documentary production, Johnson has his hands in a ton of projects, and most of them are massive successes. While Johnson is very open about his story, there are still a few stones that are largely unturned to even the biggest fans of The Rock. Creating The Rock. Before he became the biggest star in Hollywood, Dwayne Johnson was The Rock, an eternal icon of professional wrestling. In his heyday, The Rock was the biggest name in the business, with his bombastic personality, excellent microphone skills, and classic matches cementing him as an all-time great of the industry. He was so great, in fact, that it's sometimes easy to forget that at one point he was perhaps the least popular wrestler on the roster. Johnson debuted under the name Rocky Maivia, the name drawn from his father and grandfather's wrestling identities, Rocky Johnson and Peter Maivia, respectively. He competed with a goofy costume and an even more ridiculous haircut. This didn't go over too well with fans, and they quickly turned on him, filling arenas with "Rocky sucks" chants regularly. It wasn't until he turned heel and started referring to himself in the third person as The Rock that fans began warming to him. He's since become a legend, but even legends often have humble and slightly embarrassing beginnings. Hello, Hollywood. Johnson's ascent as a pro wrestler transcended the industry and reached into pop culture in a way few wrestlers have been able to do before or since. After a hosting gig on Saturday Night Live, he found Hollywood opening its doors to him. It wasn't long before he made his big screen debut as the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns. A Scorpion King spin-off followed, and the $5.5 million paycheck Johnson received for it was at the time the largest ever given to an actor for their first starring role. It's an appropriate start for Johnson, who has since set records as one of the highest paid actors in the world. He's clearly been primed for that accolade since day one. Silver lining. Johnson is an open book when it comes to his upbringing, including his less than shining legal record as a teen. While growing up in Hawaii, he was frequently arrested for his involvement in a local theft ring.
I used to stop at this 7-Eleven, I swear to God, every day, and I used to steal a king-size Snickers bar.
Though not all of his thievery was part of big-time crime, Johnson is on the record as saying the only reason he isn't in jail is because of his extremely supportive family. He's also taken those experiences and turned them into something good. He now works frequently with rehabilitation programs and even made one the subject of his HBO documentary, Rockin' a Hard Place. Leave it to Johnson to find something good in the darker moments of his past. Hail to the king. Johnson is an iconic superstar, but even he has idols. He is a die-hard Elvis Presley fan and has managed to inject a healthy dose of his fandom into a few of his projects. All the Elvis memorabilia depicted in the film The Game Plan actually belongs to Johnson in real life. There was also that time he dressed up as Vegas-era Elvis to serenade a crowd of United States servicemen with a rendition of Jailhouse Rock. Johnson seems like a guy who doesn't settle for anything but the best, so it makes perfect sense that his favorite musician is one of the indisputable all-time greats. The Almost Willy Wonka. One of the most famous collaborations between Tim Burton and Johnny Depp in the early 2000s was an adaptation of the novel Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, with Depp playing the quirky chocolatier Willy Wonka. What does this have to do with The Rock? In the most out-of-left-field twist since the glass elevator launching into the sky, Burton's second choice for the role of Willy Wonka was none other than Johnson. It's so entirely on the other end of the spectrum in terms of casting that it honestly might have worked. Depp's impish, whimsical performance is fun, but it's hard not to be curious about what Johnson's take on the character could have been. Mr. Selfie. It's impossible to measure how generous a celebrity is with their fans, but Johnson is just about the next best thing. In 2015, he set a Guinness World Record for the most selfies taken within a 3-minute period. He set this record on the red carpet premiere of his film, San Andreas. It would have taken just over 75 selfies to set the record, and of course, Johnson crushed it, with a stunning 105 selfies in 3 minutes. Something fishy. Johnson's physique obviously plays a major role in his allure as a star. Johnson leans into it too, posting insane gym videos on Instagram regularly and launching his own workout clothing line through Under Armour. You probably already know how much work he puts in while at the gym, but what will really blow your mind is what Johnson has to do in the kitchen to keep his muscle mass up.
You have to be watching your diet because we know diet, like they say, abs are made in the kitchen. So more than you're working out.
Diet's everything.
Johnson eats enough food for several families every day. Massive amounts of proteins, greens, and healthy carbs to make any mere mortal sick. The impressive stat though, Johnson is big on cod, so much so that he eats over 800 pounds of it every year. That's more than 2 pounds of fish every single day. We're sure it gets old after the first few hundred pounds, but credit where it's due, it sure pays off.
Mark Ruffalo has earned a reputation as one of Hollywood's genuine good guys. The Wisconsin native is as humble a movie star as you're likely to meet, but life hasn't always been as kind to him as he is to others. In fact, given everything he's been through, it's a wonder that he isn't a total jerk. Today, the affable Avenger is enjoying the heights of his fruitful career, but before he played the Hulk in Hollywood's biggest franchise, he had to first experience the lowest of lows. From crippling poverty and illness to several brushes with death, this is the tragic, but ultimately triumphant, real-life story of Mark Ruffalo. His family went bankrupt. He might be able to pull off playing a scientific genius in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Ruffalo didn't exactly shine academically as a child. When he sat down for an interview with Men's Journal, the former C student told them that he believes he suffered from undiagnosed dyslexia for years, but he dug in and finished high school anyway. After graduation, his family uprooted and moved to what the profile described as a seedy beach community in San Diego, and things didn't exactly work out with that move either. He explained, "Within 6 months, we went from normal to bankrupt and eliminated as a family." His dad, Frank, packed his bags and moved back to Wisconsin, leaving his 4 kids and wife, Marie, behind. Ruffalo had excelled as a wrestler in school, but despite being told that he had a shot at a scholarship, he decided to pursue a career as an actor instead. He moved into a $600 a month apartment with 2 friends and his kid brother, Scott. Ruffalo recalled of that era, "He'd make a giant bowl of tuna pasta and we'd eat off that all week long. The best of times, the worst of times." He battled real-life anger issues. At first glance, Mark Ruffalo wouldn't appear to be a natural fit for the part of the ever-agitated Hulk. Nick Fury actor Samuel L. Jackson called him a cuddly little bear and revealed that everyone loves hugging on Mark on the set of the Marvel movies. But believe it or not, he used to be a lot more like his big green alter ego.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
Ruffalo told the New York Daily News, You should have seen me in my 20s. Man, I was the poster definition of an angry young man with a persecution complex. I was struggling as a young actor, suffering through imagined or real slights from other people's hands, so it wasn't too hard to revisit those places. Ruffalo spent so long dealing with professional rejection that he started to bring his anger home with him. He remembered, there was a time if you came into my apartment, there were pictures and posters hanging in very odd places where they were covering fist holes through walls. Glasses that had been thrown through, coffee mugs, books, whatever I could get a hold of. He suffered from anxiety. The 3-time Academy Award nominee told Rolling Stone in 2015 that he eventually reached a point where he was struggling to sleep because his brain wouldn't shut off at night. Luckily, an old friend recommended that he try meditation, and it changed his life. Ruffalo told Rolling Stone, "I had a friend who had been a long-time drug addict. He did the meditation program and we hooked up again after a couple years. He'd been the angriest man in the world and he had such a calm demeanor. I'd never seen a human being change that much." The actor sought out his own meditation teacher to see if it would work for him in the same way, and the results were astonishing. It's pretty much a daily practice that quiets your brain and, oddly enough, actually slows down time, so you're not so much trapped in your immediate reactions to things. And everything changed. My work started to change, my luck started to change, the way the world looked to me changed. According to the actor, practicing meditation gave him, quote, "an enormous amount of hope that everything was going to be okay." He had a brain tumor. Ruffalo's big break came at the turn of the millennium when he was cast in the critically acclaimed drama You Can Count on Me, the success of which led to a role alongside the legendary Robert Redford in 2001's The Last Castle. He told Men's Journal, "It was big time. There I was with one of my heroes, Robert Redford, doing this walk and talk. This is my wildest dream come true. And then I found out I had my brain tumor."
You have a mass behind your left ear the size of a golf ball. We don't know what it is yet.
Ruffalo was informed that he had an acoustic neuroma behind his left ear and would need surgery to have it removed as soon as possible. Surgeons informed him there was an 80% chance he would lose his hearing and a 20% chance his facial nerves would be permanently damaged.
Honestly, I thought I was going to die.
While the star came out of surgery alive and well, it wasn't without its complications. Ruffalo told the Acoustic Neuroma Association,
My father told me that my heart had stopped briefly on the operating table, and so that was scary to me.
Thankfully, his heart started beating again, but despite the removal of the benign growth, his battle was just beginning.
They told me that the surgery went well. They got all the tumor. They preserved my nerve, but I just heard a ringing in my left ear.
Half of his face was paralyzed. When that ringing faded, Ruffalo recognized that he'd lost all hearing in his left ear. Worse still,
I woke up after that, and my face was paralyzed, and I couldn't close my eye.
He told The Telegraph in 2011, "I was like that for about 10 months, and the likelihood of it ever getting better looked pretty remote. The chances of the nerves coming back diminish each month, and month 7 was pretty much the cutoff point. But finally, the paralysis did start to go. In all, I disappeared for a year." In that time, Ruffalo kept quiet about why he dropped off the map, but that didn't stop people from guessing. There were all kinds of rumors about what had happened to me: drugs, alcoholism, AIDS. Whatever the truth, I was damaged goods. I mean, no one is going to hire an actor with half a paralyzed face. Fortunately, his facial nerves eventually recovered, and he fought his way back into the spotlight. In 2011, he got his first Oscar nod for his performance in The Kids Are All Right. Did somebody take his brother's life? In December 2008, the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office ruled that Ruffalo's younger brother Scott was murdered. When paramedics arrived to the 39-year-old hairdresser's Beverly Hills condo, they found him with a gunshot wound to the side of the head. He was rushed to the hospital and managed to hang on to life for a week, but when it became clear that he wasn't going to recover, his life support was switched off, devastating his family. The 2 other people present at Scott's home that night were arrested, but told authorities that Scott inflicted the wound on himself during a game of Russian roulette. Ruffalo was set to star in Noah Baumbach's Greenberg at the time, but he dropped out of the indie flick to grieve. Not for the first time in his career, losing a role because of a tragedy turned out to be a blessing in disguise, as when Ruffalo returned to the fold, he gained a part in what would become the highest-grossing Hollywood franchise of all time, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He told In New York, "My friends have a term, getting Ruffaloed."
Ruffaloed is when you have what seems to be bad luck that actually turns into good luck later.
Not that he wouldn't change things if he could. He told Men's Journal, "You always wonder, what could I have done differently? But there's also the healthier part that says, you integrate it and you get on. You never get over it. You just get used to it. You get calloused, a little bit harder maybe, so be on guard for that. But take these tragic things and turn them into something meaningful and worthy of the loss. Make it count. From here on out, do the best you can to make it count. He was accused of terrorism, or was he? In 2010, the San Francisco Chronicle reported that Pennsylvania's Office of Homeland Security had placed the Oscar-nominated actor on the terror watch list after he publicly discussed his concerns over natural gas drilling in the United States.
They're ready to drill ASAP, and that's the drinking water of 10 million people.
Ruffalo was an ardent supporter of Gasland, a Sundance Special Jury Prize-winning fracking documentary. He helped organize screenings of the film in an effort to raise awareness of fracking's potentially disastrous effects on the environment and those living near the drill sites. This apparently made him a threat to security, which he found pretty funny at first. As the story gained traction, however, he was forced to start taking it seriously. He sat down with The Telegraph to set the record straight, telling them it was all bogus. Somehow this story came out about my being on this terrorist list. Fox News picked it up and bundled it together with my brother's murder to make it sound as ominous as possible. Then every news organization in the country ran it without bothering to check if it was true. It wasn't until the Washington Times finally nailed the story that it went away. As annoying as that must have been, at least it brought a lot more coverage to Gasland, right? Talk about getting ruffaloed. Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this other cool stuff we know you'll love too.
Shit. I don't know if the arm can make it to space.
What are we gonna? You do. I was at the airport actually a couple of weeks ago, and